Okay, so I just mixed everything. This is my pancake waffle batter. So yeah. So at this point, you can add. I already mixed it for 2 minutes already with the hand mixer. So at this point, you can add cinnamon, vanilla extract, vanilla bean paste, lemon paste, cinnamon. Did I say cinnamon? You can even add I said lemon extract. You add that. What else you can add? You can add chocolate chips. Um, you can even add cocoa powder. You know, if you want to make you like a chocolate pancake, and you can also add like have you like a cocoa powder, chocolate chip pancake. You can also add what's that other one? I said chocolate chips, right? Yeah, you can add also apple pie filling, or you can even add peach cobbler filling. You know, when you add all the spice and herbs to the peaches and stuff, and you can add it to this. But for me, I wouldn't add it to all this batter. You know, this is like it's like about six, a little bit over 6 cups of batter. So unless you're making it for everybody and everybody wants the same thing, then you do that. But me personally, I would add it to individual pancakes, like while it's on the griddle or even in the cast iron pan. I would add it, like, I will measure out the amount of pancake batter I want to put in, in the pan, the hot skillet, or the what's the other one? The long pan you have, when you can make multiple pancakes. I would do it like that, and then I would add, like, let's say for example, pancake mix, was in here. You just sprinkle, you just add your chocolate chips to it, or you just add the apple pie filling to it, or the peach cobbler filling to it, to each pancake individually. That's what I would do. I wouldn't do the whole batter. But if everybody likes the same thing, by all means, go ahead and do it. But this pancake batter, I leave it plain. This is like the base, right? So you can add whatever you want to it. Vanilla extract, like I said before, lemon extract, vanilla bean paste, lemon paste, chocolate chips. I said vanilla extract. Yeah, okay. Whatever you want to add to this, you could. But me, frankly, myself, I wouldn't do the whole thing unless that's what you like. But this lasts me about a week. When I put it in my squeeze bottle, it lasts me about a week, because my son, he loved the breakfast sandwich. I think it don't even last a week. I think I be making this like twice a week now. So that's take like my flour goes, the milk goes, the baking powder goes faster. Everything goes faster now because I'm making it more. Usually I make this like twice a month maybe. But now it seems like it's every week because my son loves my breakfast sandwiches. So, yeah, and I got to make this more. Yeah, so this is what I was talking about, my squeeze bottle. I put my batter in here. So it holds about the amount of cups. It holds about maybe 4.5 cups. I'm not sure. I never measured it though, but it should. But anywho, so I'm gonna mix this for another 4 minutes to make sure all the ingredients are incorporated. Oh, and you can also, if you want to, for the sweetener, you can add sweetened condensed milk. But I use brown sugar. So yeah, that would be nice too. Sweetened condensed. I don't know. But yeah, so it says about 6 cups, right? I think it's at 6 cups. It could be, yeah. It could be at 6 cups. See that right there? This goes all the way up to 8 cups. If I add more water to it, or not water, milk, it can go all the way to 8. But that's a lot of. I like my batter thick. But yeah. So now I was talking about things you can add to the batter. But like if you want to add it to the base, like I'm not talking about like toppings, like things like if you want to make it vegan, because I already use egg replacer. I don't use actual like egg whites or whole eggs, in my pancake batter. If you want to make this vegan, you could add flaxseed as a replacement for the egg. But the actual egg replacer that I use is vegan too. So you can use, vegan egg replacers. Also, you can use dairy free milk. You don't even have to add milk to this batter. And you can use whatever flour you like. I use 2 cups of gluten free flour and 1 cup of oat flour. Sometimes I add 1.5 of the gluten free, 1.5 of the oat flour. But I've been, I felt like I'd rather use 2 cups of the gluten free flour and 1 cup of oat flour. And for the sweetener, you can use agave, monk fruit, um, what is it? Blue agave, monk fruit, um, any vegan sweeteners that you want to use, or any sweetener that you want to use that's not sugar or honey or stuff like that. You can use that, and basically you can make this into a gluten vegan, dairy free waffle pancake batter. Substitute out the I just add 2 cups of whole milk and like 1/4 cup of water to it. Just to, stretch it a little bit, thin out the batter a little bit. But yeah, you can basically make this vegan. And also you can add mashed up bananas too. Yeah, you can do that. You can do whatever you like. And I use olive oil in here too. I don't use butter in my flour. I mean my batter. So, but I do cook with it though. So yeah, but what's in the batter, you can use 4 large eggs, but you can also you can substitute, because I use the egg replacer. See that right there, powder? That's what I use. But yeah, you can basically add 1 cup of water, 1 cup of vegan milk, dairy free milk, or however you want to do it. In the words of Soul Food Tea, your kitchen your way, my kitchen my way. So you can make it your way also. So yeah, so to make it dairy, just sub out the eggs, sub out the whole milk, sub out the sweetener. See, I just got here 1/4 cup sweetener. So that's whatever sweetener I want to use. I can use agave, I can use, whatever sweetener you want to sweeten. You can even use date syrup, y'all. Date syrup. The fruit dates. Them things are creepy to me. But yeah, you can also use date syrup. That's a new thing I'm going to try because I'm gonna order it and I'm gonna try it. Yeah, date syrup. You can use that blue agave, to make it vegan. This is really, and you can sub out whatever flour you want to use. You know, this is and the baking powder I use don't have no corn in it. So yeah, you can basically sub out this to make it your way. No problem, y'all. All right, y'all. I'm gonna let this sit for 30 minutes. It already been mixed for 4 minutes. I think I'm gonna do another 2 minutes and I'm gonna let it sit for 30 minutes. Bye.